Hey guys, back here again with another video, this one on one of my favorite Sega Genesis games, Alisia Dragoon. This was a game that was really off-putting if you looked at the US cover art. It was a very swords and sorcery, girls in chainmail bikinis kind of look, and did not fit the game at all. I think they were thinking it was like, oh, let's kind of tie it in with that Golden Axe aesthetic. And Golden Axe is fine, I like it, but it's not Alisia Dragoon. I'm not going to play through the whole game in one go. So I'm just going to walk you through probably the first, maybe 2 levels, we'll see. And didn't realize that was a demo. I got confused there for a second. Don't think there's any options to change. I'm going to keep it in normal mode. It's a pretty hard game. Pretty typical Genesis. A is the special, B is attack, and C is jump. That was kind of the default for most Sega Genesis games. Let's just get started. I'll kind of walk you through the game and why it's one of my favorite games ever. Once again, the silver star fell from the sky, unleashing evil and destruction for the second time. The one person who can save the world must seek out this object. It's interesting because it implies that there's a whole backstory, which I don't know that I ever... Oh, this is a manual or what? I don't know what the backstory is, but you kind of get this... like, feeling of a larger story in the back. Like, if you try to move, it says demo. Like, nope, you can't move right now. So right off the bat, so you have 4 animal companions. You shoot lightning that automatically tracks to the whatever enemies you're pointing at, so you don't have to aim it. C is jump, not a big deal. If you wait a while, you'll get a full charge and you'll do like a kind of a screen clearing move. This first section of the game is actually brutally difficult because you don't have any power-ups yet. So I'm going to switch to the... Oh boy, what am I going to do? I think I'll do the Thunderbird because it's my favorite. And then if it gets too injured, I'm going to have to switch off. Because your companions will die if you don't take care of them. So I will switch over to Thunderbird. Now, Alisia Dragoon's offense is great because she automatically homes in. Her defense is not so good because she doesn't move that fast. You'll find when enemies shoot bullets at you, you more often than not just get hit. You just take the hit because it's hard to dodge in this game. There's sort of a certain amount of being careful, minimizing the damage you take. You'll see my animal is changing colors as it takes damage. Now, a large part of the game is getting potions and meat to heal yourself and your companion. Now, why I like the Thunderbird is it basically just clears the screen whenever it gets a full charge. So that's what that explosion is every once in a while. So I basically feel like I can handle the little things if it occasionally helps me out. Now, right off the bat, there is a ton of hidden items in this game, like up here. And that's a companion level up. So now my companion is level 2. They max out at level 3. They get more health and they do more damage. But yeah, you want to explore all over because there are some really good permanent power-ups. So permanent upgrades that you might miss if you don't look around carefully. So let's see, that's a companion level up. So actually my Thunderbird is maxed out at this point. So I'm going to actually switch over to think I'll do the boomerang lizard next. I like him a lot too. He throws through 3 boomerangs that home in on enemies. And he's weaker than the Thunderbird, but he recharges more quickly. Alright, and then here, you really want to jump across this. There's an extra life right there. Alright, I think that's it. But this game can be pretty hard, so extra lives are welcome. I'm doing pretty well. Alright, so you notice I'm jumping up the wall there. So there's a level up for my lizard dude. And then I jumped up into here. And that's permanent life and damage upgrade for Alisia Dragoon. So if you skip that, yeah, makes the game harder. This first level is actually one of the longest levels in the game. Didn't even realize it was just one level the first time I played. You have done well to come so far. Alisia shoots him right away. Boom. But you are too late. Our leader has returned to us. You have seen what power we possess. Do you dare to challenge us? Travel to our palace if you think you can survive the journey. I didn't do that. That's the game just makes sure you have your companion back when you go to the next part. So yeah, technically this is all still the same first level. That was the end boss of the game that we saw there. And then, like I said, game rewards you for exploring. I think we'll get at least another weapon upgrade before we even fight the first boss. So you can imagine how much harder it is if you don't get all the upgrades. Okay. So healing. Oh, there's a life upgrade, so. Alright, we're gonna go this way. Because there's a weapon upgrade over here, I think. Yeah. One thing with this game design is it just constantly is throwing stuff at you. But your abilities kind of match up with the challenge. So like, you very much are, I mean, they just keep throwing stuff at you, but your lightning just homes in on it, so. Also, I don't know if you've noticed, but if I shoot for too long, I go empty. So that's why you can't just hold down the button, and you'll see me kind of doing like short bursts, just trying to use just enough magic to kill the enemies before I move on. Also, the sound of Alisia Dragoon taking damage is going to be a frequent occurrence. Okay. I was just trying to figure out how to get onto that next platform there. Seems like a lot of these enemies are respawning, so you don't want to take too long to figure out things. Oof. Alright, over here. And let's see. It's just a potion. Not much of a secret if it's just a potion. That's just a potion. Okay, so not much down here. I think we already got the big power-ups because we got the attack upgrade and the health upgrade. Oops, accidentally pressed the A button. Alright, and then my boomerang lizard is maxed out, so I think I'll switch to maybe the dragon. He's kind of cool. He just shoots forward and he recharges pretty quickly. I could just drop straight down there. Let's see. In fact, I am going to drop down here, I think. Oops. I'm just trying to make sure I get everything. A ton of power-ups there. Okay, I think that's it. So we're off to the end boss. I might have missed some minor power-ups, but let's see. And then this guy with the Thunderbird is actually pretty quick. I just did a fully charged lightning attack on that guy, and then the Thunderbird killed him off for me. So I kind of made that first boss look pretty easy. Okay, so stage 2. Alright, and they deselected my companion for some reason. Alright, the fairy... Okay, so that's invincibility. There's 3 kinds of fairy. Just make sure there's no items down there. So 1 fairy's invincibility, 1 is infinite fully charged attack, and 1 creates bridges to get to the next part. This is a mini boss I need the Thunderbird to help me out with. So it's hard to hit that guy. There we go. Alright, so these are the bridge fairies. So that I can stand between them. And let's go back to the dragon for more power-ups. It's extra life, healing. Yeah, so you might notice when there's bullets flying at me, I just often take hits because it's really hard to actually dodge. But the game is really generous with the potions. And if you dodge, often your companion gets hit instead. Okay, we'll level up the dragon. Those look like you can stand on them, but I'm pretty sure you can't. Not until the next area. Oh, you can. Oh. Okay, I think I missed that in my last playthrough. Already another weapon upgrade. So you have like just a second to get on these platforms to go get that power up, and they don't stick around long. I'm gonna jump down here, but it's really dangerous down here, so let's see how it goes. But I'm looking for power-ups. Yep, life, and then that weird little one, that's for regenerating a companion that's been killed. Alright. Because, like, my dragon's about to die, for example. So I'm gonna switch. I'll do the lizard. And then if we find some... Well, I'm wondering if I'd been down here yet. Okay, yeah, I had. So I just wasted some time. But yeah, it's worth it to find all the upgrades, so. Alright, these guys are kind of getting on my nerves. Alright. Gonna heal my dragon. In me. That's already the boss. Let's go ahead and do this Thunderbird. Oop. If I'd timed that better. A fully charged attack to the face hurts bosses quite a bit. But I can only hurt him when his mouth is open. And I never know which side his mouth is going to be on. Dang it. I'm not doing so hot. There we go. See? Fully charged blast to the face takes out the bosses pretty quickly. Especially as a level 4 lightning now. Yeah, and that's an airship with cannons. Alright, and again, I think a Thunderbird's going to help me with these cannons. Alright. You see how slow that Thunderbird is, though. But it just destroyed all those cannons. Alright. I think slow and careful is kind of the best way in this game. Didn't really need those. Oop. I have no idea what that was. I think that's my last health upgrade though. Alright, this section, I think I'm gonna switch to Lizard. Hold on. Anybody wounded? Not really. Let's finish off the dragon. Okay. Oh, this is full power fairy, which you need because of these guys that jump down on you. These guys will jump onto you and explode. So the strengths of the Sega Genesis over the Super Nintendo, for example, not that I'm... Let's not go into the bit war thing again. Nice, level 5. But just looking at it logically, the Genesis did have the better CPU. And so it can handle lots of stuff happening on the screen at the same time. Oops, that was no good. I won't argue about the Super Nintendo being weaker than a Genesis. Super Nintendo had mostly better graphics, better color palette for sure, and the better sound chip. It had a fantastic sound chip thanks to, it's one of the Sony developers actually did it. So Super Nintendo wins flat out, mostly with the graphics and sound definitely. Sega did make up the term blast processing, but their CPU was better than the Super Nintendo CPU. And I've heard the reason for that was that they originally were going to have the Super Nintendo be backwards compatible, so they needed a processor that was compatible with Nintendo games. Obviously, never really panned out. This is the boss already, and it's basically not a central boss, but a bunch of little things. Okay. And there's one more thing, I think. That's that guy over there. Actually, yeah. So in my opinion, the best Sega Genesis games lean into lots of crazy stuff going on at the same time. Like Contra Hardcore, lots of crazy stuff going on. Alisia Dragoon, lots of crazy stuff. Yeah. See, I think I'm going to do one more level and then probably call it a day and finish this another time. Let's see, my dragon maxed out? Yeah, so I just need to... This guy's a will-o'-the-wisp kind of guy. He doesn't attack. He, got the full power fairy again. The will-o'-the-wisp doesn't attack so much as he bumps into enemies and... Okay, I think we're all maxed out. So he does damage when enemies bump into him, but he'll take damage if his power meter gets too low. Yeah. So my health meter is already maxed out, so that didn't do anything. Yeah. Tons of crazy stuff going on. So yeah, just tons of explosions and whatever. Tons of enemies popping up out of the ground. Okay, just seeing if there's any power-ups up there. Alright, and what do I want for this one? I'll do the Thunderbird, I think. Oh. Yeah, so if you haven't memorized his patterns, it's a bit harder, but he does have patterns. So if you're dying a lot, start learning the patterns. Like, he's about to dive bomb on me. I don't think that hit him. He's gonna do it one more time. And then he's gonna zoom through, I think. Yep. I think that's it. Yeah. Then we're back to a different part of his pattern. There you go. Blew off his head. Okay. Stage 4 cleared. Stage 5, I think this would be a good place for me to stop and make it one video, so we'll see you next time with the rest of the video. Hope you enjoyed it so far. Highly recommend this game. Don't be put off by the US box art. Look at the Japanese box art because it's far more representative. But we'll see you next time.